Alright, it's that time again, guys. It's Takodana Tuesday time. So I did a little bit of work so far. On Saturday, I believe I did some work while I was on Rich Boy J's live stream. That was a lot of fun. We kind of had a heated debate about the new Clone Wars episode, so that was fun. Although, in the end of the day, we're all friends and stuff, and you know, we're just passionate about Star Wars. So it was a fun time. Anyways, moving on. While we were doing that heated discussion, I got some really awesome work done over here. So I'm gonna move some of these things out of the way. It's kind of a mess over here right now, but that's okay. That's just how it is when you're building a mock, right? So I got a lot of like brown stuff down. So this was all just like colorful bricks before. Now it's all covered, and I have this sort of like, I don't know what you call this, but this kind of layer of dark tan that's kind of receding back over here into the brown. So that's going to be part of the ruins, and then this is the, you know, the foresty area. And we built this little rock. We did some snot work and stuff, and I put up a bunch of brown wedge plates to make this little hill thing, and then to cover some of it we put this rock work thing here, and I put some green plates and stuff and things like that. So yeah, we're just kind of continuing putting more greenery stuff and things like that. The next thing I want to do, as I've been saying for so long, is to finally get the stupid water done. So I'm going to try really hard to get that done. I was actually really looking at some other people's mocks of Takodana to see what they did with their water. A lot of different things, actually. Some people did like a really, like that light trans blue clear, the clear trans blue, whatever the heck you want to call it. Let's see if I can find a part on hand. This color. This kind of like really light stuff. So they did some of that for their water, and I thought that was too bright. The water on Takodana is very like flat and kind of darker, but it's not super dark, because some people did dark trans blue. So this color, grab a brick that's right here. So that color, and they did like a parts dump of a whole bunch of different trans blue, dark blue stuff, and that looks kind of cool. So I'm thinking of maybe going with that. So that would all go here. Again, excuse the mess. This is, whoops, just dumped a bunch of green plates. That's fine. Bunch of these red plates are here for like all the filler that's underneath here. But the water would be all this blue stuff here, and probably this gap. I don't know what the heck that gap is, but that's probably going to be water as well. And then that's going to be like sort of like a beach, not really a beach, where it's like kind of like jagged rocks and stuff that are poking out of the water. I've talked about it before, but that's what that's going to be. And then the water will be here, and it might be a parts dump. Haven't decided. I might, like, I was thinking about it. I was thinking maybe putting like a layer of different blue bricks under here, and then having the sort of black trans clear tiles all on it, but I don't have very many, so I'd have to try and get a whole bunch. So I don't know if that would look good. But again, I'll figure it out. Hopefully I'll have that figured out by the end of this episode. I won't have all the water done, but I at least am hoping to get a sense of what it's going to be and what I'm trying to do with the water. So hopefully that'll be fixed or solved in this episode. If not, then we're just going to be working more on the terrain stuff that's all around here, like all the foresty stuff and whatnot. And I still need to get parts for trees. I was looking at ordering some brown flex tubing. This guy had like 79 little like hose pieces, so I'm like, heck yeah, I'm gonna order those. So we're gonna do that, and that's probably not gonna come in like for a while, and I haven't even ordered it yet actually. So that will be way later, but for now, this is what I have done. Just some more terrain stuff. Doesn't look like much, but just got it where it counts. No, anyways, it's a dumb Star Wars reference. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, it wasn't a ton of work, or at least it doesn't look like it, but it was a good amount of stuff to get done, and I'm happy that I have that kind of fleshed out now. And this mock is actually looking pretty great. I'm really liking it. It's coming together well, and yeah, we're gonna see how it keeps going. So hopefully the water will be next. Alright, so it's 2 a.m. on Monday. It's basically Tuesday, which is the day this video is coming out. And as you can see, I started working on the water. So I decided to do some really like extensive snot work. So I'll kind of show this. But what sucks is that I'm stupid, and I used a whole bunch of blue brick for my filler. So I have like 0 blue brick right now, which sucks. So I don't know what to do about that, because I do not want to rip up the mock. So I've been using like these 1x4s, but they're not, like, I don't have a ton right now. I'm very, very low. And so I'm just gonna go through and show like what I've been doing. So I made this like kind of wall of brick, and so that will be kind of like the edge of the mock that you will see. And then I put some tiles up. I still need like a couple of spaces here. I think there's only that one space, which is a 1x3 space, because I don't have any tiles for that, so I just left it open. I'll have to buy some. And then of course I have to tile off this area as well, so I'm gonna have to make an order for tiles, and of course I'm gonna be ordering tons and tons of brick because I just need a lot. So I also kind of threw in some of these different colors because I don't know, I think it looks okay. I'm not really sure. I have like some of these slopes and things, and that's what is on here. So this is all brick, and then slopes are coming off here to get kind of like a wave shape almost. I thought it kind of like looks okay. And then we have some slopes that are kind of poking out like this. And I decided to put some trans clear here. And what I want to do is I want to put a whole bunch of trans clear kind of studs, maybe just kind of floating around over here, because in the movie there's this great shot of the X-Wings that come flying in, and there's this big like kind of blur behind them, and I can put that on screen, but there's this kind of like big blur of all the water that gets kicked up behind them, and that could be kind of out here. And I plan to have at least one X-Wing kind of like sitting up here and flying in. I don't know, I'll have to figure that out. I don't even have a Resistance X-Wing, so I need to do that. I really want to get Inthert's model because his model is super, super good. So I want to get one of those and build it up, and then it will be kind of flying above the mock up here. And so yeah, I've been doing quite a bit of work on this. I'm happy that I figured out a technique. I just really wish I'd done it sooner, because that would have been really, really helpful, because I wouldn't have used all my blue brick as filler. So that really sucks. I might rip up some of this. I will not rip up this because like I have all that detail stuff over there. So lesson to everybody: plan out your mocks better than what I've been doing. So I'm trying to learn from that mistake. But yeah, I have a thing for the water now, which is great. I think I'm gonna stick with this, keep going. Please, please, please let me know what you guys think of this. If you guys think it looks awful, if you think it's stupid, tell me. I will not be offended at all. I want this mock to look as great as it can, as great as I can make it. So if this looks kind of dumb, tell me. Reason I went with snot is because I wanted it to be really flat, and of course it's not like super flat, because I have some of these like bumps and things like here, which I can keep incorporating, or I might not. I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, so we have it very flat because that's what the water looks like. It looks very flat, and I'll put a picture up. It's very, very still, and the X-Wings kind of cut through it, so I want to have some of that. So actually I was just thinking maybe I should have two X-Wings, because they're very low to the water. Like there's one, I could have one up here because they do get higher as they come in, but for the most part they're very like close to the water. And I was thinking of having a scene from the trailer, I'll put the picture up here as well, where an X-Wing kind of chases a TIE fighter over here, and the TIE fighter is kind of at an angle, and its wing dips in and hits the water, and there's this kind of like bubbly stuff, and I could have like a trail of studs here or something like that. So that would be really cool, and I want to incorporate that into the mock. It would probably be on one of these sides, and I still have to figure out what the heck to do with some of these sections. I don't know, I might just put some like plates and tiles or something. I don't know, we'll figure that out. But yeah, we have a ton of work to do. Sorry, I'm really tired because it's late, but we have a ton of work to do for the water, and a ton of parts to get for the water. So I have no idea how that's gonna work, but we'll figure that out, because you know, that's kind of the journey of mock building. You just figure it out and you keep building it. So that's what I'm gonna do for Takodana. And that is all for this week, I think, unless I just interject with something right here, but probably not. So this is everything, and thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in the next video.